Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about a new product, which is this Graco GX21DF. Hi everyone, my name's Josh and I'm from Spray Direct, and firstly I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel, and if you haven't yet, please make sure you click that subscribe button. So as you've probably seen from the thumbnail, I'm going to talk you through the ins and outs and all the features of this new kit we've put together. In a nutshell, it's basically a Graco GX21 with a hopper, which is nothing particularly new, and it's a kit we've been supplying for the last couple of years called the Graco GX21FF, which is this machine here with the hopper mounted on the side of the unit. So after supplying this kit for a while now and listening to customer feedback and obviously using and testing the machine ourselves, we thought it could be refined a little bit. So I'd like to introduce you to the GX21DF. So this is the GX21DF, which means it's basically the standard GX21 but with direct feed. This differs from the older hopper kit because it gets away with having this feed hose, and by using an adapter you can secure the hopper directly to the pump itself. Now this is a relatively simple change, but it addresses all the common concerns with the original kit. So first of all, it allows for quicker cleaning because it's got no hose to clean out, and not being on the pressure size, it was always a little bit tricky to give this a proper flush through. Again, not having this hose also allows you to spray with a lesser amount of paint because you haven't got to fill up the paint as well, and although it doesn't look like much, it will hold about 100 millilitres of material, which could be the difference in you finishing your job or not, or the difference between buying another tin of paint or not. Being direct feed is also going to put less strain on the pump as the material is being physically pushed in by gravity. This obviously works in the same concept. You've still got gravity on your side, but you've got to pull it through a good 50 centimetres of tube before it actually gets to the pump. So this means you're going to have less issues where your pump is going to be struggling to prime. An issue you can sometimes have is if the pump is pulling in air instead of material, and this is going to mean you can't prime your pump. This could be caused by a connection being loose, or if there is a small hole or split in the tube, and by getting rid of this hose completely, we're removing several points that could cause that frustrating issue. Then, from a functionality point of view, the unit itself is more compact and more balanced, so you haven't got all the weight of the material just hanging onto one side of the machine, so that means it's going to fit in a smaller space in your van, and it's going to be easier to move to, from and around the job site. Being really simple, the newly designed kit is really easy to install, so I'll give you a quick demonstration on how we fit it. All you're going to need is a 5mm Allen key, a 10mm spanner and an adjustable spanner. So I'll give you a quick demonstration on how we change it. So first of all, drop this clip off and pull the hose off. Then this small hose here on the return, that hose comes off. Then we get our adjustable spanners and remove the valve. And behind there we'll have a little ball spring and a black cap. If that comes out, yeah, there you go. So make sure we put that back in. The other kit does come with another ball, but it's exactly the same, so you can keep that one as a spare. Make sure the spring's in place and the black cap. Put the ball in and wind this valve back in. Then nip that up with a spanner. Okay, then we want to fit our bracket. So the bracket bit goes on the underneath of the green clamps. Then you've got a plate that goes on top. And bolt through. And bolt through that. Then we can loosely wind the first nut on. So these are nylock nuts that won't come undone, won't work themselves loose. Second bolt. All the way through as well. Nut on as well. Then we can loosely nip those up. So just tighten it up, just so it's still got a bit of movement, so we can make sure we get it in the right place. Okay, can manoeuvre that. Grab our hopper, screw that on, and you can see you can line that fin up there into the centre slot of the bracket. So get that lined up, and wind the hopper on. Only needs to be hand tight on the bottom of the hopper, you don't need to get any spanners on that. And just make sure it's all in place, get it lined up. Yep, happy with that. We can tighten these up. Okay, so they're tightened down. And the last step is get this black hose and put it back onto our return. So as you can see, it's really easy to swap over and it's only going to take you a couple of minutes. This kit has been designed to add on to the standard Graco GX21, which comes with a suction tube as standard, but don't throw that away because it comes in handy for different kinds of jobs. This hopper kit is great for smaller batches and for fine finish work, but the standard suction hose that comes with the unit is great for larger jobs where you're going to be going through some larger quantities of material, so you can just drop it in your bucket of paint and get to work. Again, swapping between the two feed options is really easy, so I'll give you a quick run through on how we do that. Currently we got this GX21 set up as a direct feed with the hopper kit, and say we want to swap back to the suction tube. So to do this, all we're going to need is an adjustable spanner. First of all, we undo this nut to remove the hopper. And let that hang down the side. Then we can swap this tube out, or you can leave it on and just use it, but if you want to use the original, that's easy enough to do. So we can connect that back on, so just this flexi tube pushes on there, and you've got a little spring clip. Push that on and clip back on. Then we want to remove this valve, and behind there we're going to have a ball and a spring and a little black cap that may come out, so make sure you keep an eye on those. So crack that loose, wind it out, and get ready to catch the ball if it comes out. No, it stayed in place. Kit does come with a spare ball, but it's exactly the same, so you can keep that one as a spare. Put this valve back in, wind that in, and nip it up with the spanner again. Then get our suction tube, push that on, and you can clip that back into place. And you're ready to start spraying on some larger jobs. Now onto the kit options themselves. So we offer this kit in 4 different forms to suit everyone. So first off, we have the full Graco GX21DF hopper and trim package, which comes with everything you see here. So that's a complete GX21 setup, a DF hopper kit, a 7.5 meter 3/16 hose, a FFLP 210 tip and a 100 mesh filter. This kit gives you everything you need to efficiently take on a large variety of jobs. Because you've got the larger and longer hose that you get with the GX21 for the jobs where you're spraying large areas with lots of materials, and you've also got the narrower, shorter hose that you get with the trim kit for the smaller jobs where you don't want to be using as much material. Next up is for those people who aren't really looking for a machine for lots of fine finish work, but would like the flexibility and convenience of a hopper kit. So this is the GX21DF hopper package, which is basically everything you get with the standard GX21, along with everything you get with the direct feed hopper kit. If you've already got yourself a GX21 and you don't need the hopper as part of a complete kit, we also supply this kit, which gives you everything you need to add the hopper to your machine. All 3 kits come with a couple of extra bits that you aren't going to need for now, but if later down the line you decide to go for a slightly larger machine like a 190, 290, 390, etc., all these bits will save you buying another kit in the future, so make sure you don't throw them away. Lastly, this is a kit that converts from the older GX21FF side-mounted hopper to the new direct feed kit, so if you've already bought that setup, you don't need to shell out for a complete new kit. This adaptation kit will work with any Graco GX21FF, regardless of where you bought it from, providing it uses the same Graco hopper. But if you aren't sure, just give us a call on the number below and we can double check that for you. Well, I hope this video has been useful, and I'll put links in the description below to all 4 kits, so if you wanted to find out a bit more, you can check them out there. If you've liked the video and found it helpful, then please hit the thumbs up icon, and if you wanted to find out a bit more and get access to exclusive offers, then please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you could hit the notification bell, that way you'll get a notification when we upload a new video. That way you aren't going to miss out on any new offers or content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.